It is a fresh week and we're going to start off the week with, well, I'm going to tell you a little bit of story time. So if you remember from last week's studio vlog, I'd been having some problems with my printer. It was printing like jagged, wiggly lines throughout the prints that I was trying to print. I tried to troubleshoot it and everything that I did didn't seem to fix it, sadly. So what I actually went ahead and did, and I've done this once before when my printer has also had problems, very similar to how we've got it now. I actually used a professional printing company to print my prints and to print the leaflets. So completely everything was outsourced. So it's currently the middle of September and I should have already sent out my Patreon packs from August already, but because I've had these printer issues for the last week or so, I am way behind schedule. So that's why I've actually chosen to use this printing company again and get them printed. So let me show you what I got done. I got my leaflet printed and I got the print printed. Now this is on, of course, a slightly different paper to what I would typically print on, and the colours aren't as vibrant as I'd hope, but with it being printed by another company, this is actually printed out really good this time around. I'm very happy with the colours overall. Of course, if I compare this to my printing, it's not going to be as vibrant, but yeah, basically I went ahead and printed 100 of each, so I've got enough to cover my Patreon packs for last month. And yeah, I printed them on different GSMs. So we've got both of them on uncoated paper because I do prefer the look of like matte prints, and that's very much more consistent with the type of prints that I use because I print all of my artwork on matte photo paper. So yeah, I got this printed on 300 GSM and then this on 170 GSM because of course this is just a little throwaway leaflet. So yeah, for anybody that wants to know, I use digitalprinting.co.uk, so if you ever want to use their code, what is their code? What is their code? Offer code. Great, there's no offer code on here. Okay, well, I can't offer you a code, but I use digital printing and these are actually their leaflet options. So this is a same-day leaflet flyer. Basically, that's the type of product that this is. And this is also a same-day leaflet flyer, but this is obviously in A6 and it's 170 GSM. So for people that want to know that, of course I haven't really had a chance to experiment with a lot of printing companies because I'm so used to printing at home. This is just a recommendation from a friend for, you know, very last minute next day printing. Of course it takes like 2 days because it takes a day for them to print it and then it takes a day to ship out, so it's not really next day, but it's the quickest you're going to get printing like this. So that's what I've done. So that means today I can finally crack on with packing my Patreon Kawaii Mail Clubs for August. So that's what we're going to do for the majority of the afternoon before I stream. So let's find some chill stuff to watch on Netflix. I might just watch some Vampire Diaries or something and sit back and pack these at my desk. So let's get to it. I've been working on these two pin designs. Let me show you actually what they look like up close. So we've got the zzz.exe and the moon.png, and the way that I want them to be sized is I want the box to be the same size on both of them, but of course this one's naturally going to be a bigger pin because of the overhang of the clouds on either side. So I've had to be clever about how I kind of scale them. So actually what I've been doing is I made myself this little image that I printed out, and so I can see the size and the scale of them in front of me. It's a lot easier to understand the scale when you actually have it in front of you. And I've actually got a load of pins that I've pulled off of my board to show the scale of pins that are the same size as these. So I've got them for reference. So we've got this little Daruma pin that's actually like a 1.2 inch pin. We've got the Sad Slime Girls from Gulkiss, which is a 1.5 inch pin. We've got the Caduceus pin, which is 1.8 inch. That's one of the Critical Role ones. This is a Lord Gree pin, which is 2 inches. And then of course my humongous Ami pin that I made for my first ever pin. And you can tell that this is a B grade pin. In fact, this is a C grade. Look at the pink in her eye. Hash got pink eye. And this is a 2.5 inch pin. So I've got these all for scale, and I'm looking at the scale of these, and I'm definitely leaning towards the 1.5 inch. I wanted these to be more of a like normal size pin compared to this monster of a pin, and yeah, I'm happy with the size of these. I've double checked the size of these in millimeters and in inches, so I know the difference in size of what this is going to be compared to this one, because of course this one's naturally going to be a slightly bigger pin, but I want them to be in the same ratio box wise, so they look nice and what's the word I'm looking for? Well, so they fit together nicely, because I want to maybe sell them as a set. So that's what I've been working on. This has been really handy, and it's really easy to make. I basically made little canvases that were the exact size of these measurements, and copy and pasted them onto an A4 piece of paper, and basically coloured the boxes so I could see them. And yeah, that's what I've been doing. And then I've got some of the pins that I've been looking at over here as well. But luckily I've got lots of pins for reference, and I've also got these pins over here. As you can see, I've took some out of these to look at the scale of stuff for reference. So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Day out in York today for husbando's birthday.
How old are you today?
34?
34.
I think.
AKA old. Yeah, we've had a really nice day out and we're now enjoying a bubble tea before we head back home in the park. It's really, really nice. Couldn't have asked for better weather today. Yes, I have been watching Vampire Diaries, don't judge me. Shh.